Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. Today we're going to talk about oil and how it's helping us.
Yes, Ori. Oil does help us. It helps us by filling up our cars and making new innovations.
Correct. Oil is very helpful. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Where are my manners? My name is Ori Evans.
My name is Deandra Day at your service, and I will be helping Ori from time to time.
And my name is Kelly, and I will also be helping Deandra and Ori as well.
And my other friend.
And I'm a Fred Trio, and this is my friend Adrian.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Dude, you recorded the bad word.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Shut up.
Our summary. We need
Can we
oil.
cut this one off?
We need oil because it is helping us. It has helped us since 347 AD. Oil has been around for many years and decades. Oil helps us by filling our cars, and that helps us by transitioning from one place to another. It also helps by feeding us as it's being used for cooking. Oil is not destroying our world, it is making it. Oil is the future.
Yes, that is very true. Now,
Dude, we have to do another take here. We have to do another take.
no, we can. Oh, yeah.
Been around for many years and decades and has been useful ever since. We have used it in our hair, food, cars. Just keep it. In 1943, our oil expanded. That's good. I mean, we need more oil. If we lose oil, we could all die. Not being dramatic, just saying. We need oil in our lives. It's not a privilege or a cry for help. It's a demand. We need it now.
Now, this is our timeline. In 1748, Peter Kalm of Sweden published a map showing oil reserves in Crete, Philadelphia. 1778, Moravian missionaries reported oil wells with the products of which the Seneca Indians carried on trade with Niagara and western New York. 1790, Nathaniel Carey skimmed oil from springs near Titusville, Philadelphia, and delivered it to consumers by horseback. 1795, crude oil quoted as $16 per gallon. 1806, David and Joseph Ruffiner drilled first salt well using spring pole tubing near a river that produced oil and not salt water. 1850, Samuel Carey devised their process to distill crude oil producing carbon oil. 1858, Seneca Oil Company of New Haven, Connecticut formed, purchased, Bowditch, Drake leased, and sent Edwin Drake to drill. 1863, the Teamsters and Pipeline Gathering. The first discoveries were transported to rail stations by Teamsters using converted whiskey barrels and horses. From the beginning, transportation was key, with the Teamsters holding the first regional monopoly position. 1879, Tide Block, the first trunk line. Independent oilmen, in a desperate effort to compete with Rockefeller Precision in Transportation, built the first crude oil trunk line called Tidewater in 1879. 1880s, the rise of Russian oil. Rockefeller looked to export his kerosene lamp oil production in northern Europe and Russia. Not long after this, oil was discovered near the Russian sea town of Baku. 1880 to 1905, gushers and refineries. Meanwhile, back in the States, geologists were astonished to see oil discoveries in Ohio, Oklahoma, Kansas, and the first true gusher in Spindletop, Texas, which followed 110,000 barrels per day. In 1913, the Valuation Act was the first attempt at federal involvement in U.S. pipe Rattling King. 1917, crude oil pipelines. By the event of World War I, crude oil pipelines were traversing much of the nation. 1935, population shift. By the By the 30s, the population continued to move west across the Mississippi River, and the first product pipelines were built from Whiting, St. Louis to Kansas City to the west. 1945. Product line growth during World War II. Throughout World War II, product systems grew rapidly along the eastern seaboard. 48 U.S. oil tankers were sunk in the early stages of the war, showing the U.S. vulnerability to such attack. 1950 to the 1960s. The search of oil expands overseas. In the 50s and the 60s, the balance of supply was shifting rapidly. For the first time, the U.S. was a net importer of oil. 1968, population moves west. The relentless move westward continued and product pipelines followed. Also, the rise of import refineries on the U.S. Gulf Coast led to construction of aluminum pipelines to supply eastern seaboard. I'm telling you, there's a lot of oil history out there. We should not get rid of this oil. And I'm still going strong. 1970 to 1977, the Trans-Alaskan Pipeline System. Following the discovery of Alaskan crude Bay oil field in 1968, pipeline designers faced the challenge of building a pipeline to carry 1.6 million barrels per day of oil across 18 miles of frigid snow-covered mountains and frozen tundras. My eyes are hurting. Now, oil, I'm telling you guys, is very important. So much history we have with oil, we should not get rid of it. Okay, 1970s through the 1990s, the advent of specialty pipes. Modern pipelines became increasingly versatile as they were called upon to gather and gas over 1 mile beneath the ocean surface, transport supercritical fluorocarbon dioxide for territorial oil recovery, carry natural gas liquids for growing regional heating and oil finds into industries and transport specialty chemicals between chemical plants and refineries. Yeah, that's that topic.
Oil helps us in many different ways.
Yeah.
Now we are going to demonstrate oil. Ori explains
how technology affects oil. For more than a century, new technologies have changed the way reserves are identified, developed, and produced, leading to massive growth in reserves and supplies. For exploration, new technology has improved quantity and quality of information available about different geological structures. This has enhanced the finding of oil, gas, and geologists and explorers into new frontier areas. Enhanced 3D, for example, let us see through thick salt layers, which lets us see how much oil is down there beneath the oil. Yes. Other new technologies include cable-free and seismic data acquisitions, which can be especially useful since it can reduce the cost of online seismic data collection. Yes. And now, let's move on to our illustration. No, what? No. Let's move on to our illustration. Now, before we go to our illustration, Alfredo will. You there? No, go get the illustration. Pause it. Just
Commercial break.
As you can see, this represents the economics of oil. See, as you see, the layers of the atmosphere are very high. Oil prices are at the top. So that means oil prices are very high these days. Now, in the government, in the political view, oil is basically power. The more oil you have in your country, the more power the more power your country has, because oil really runs everything around the world. Now, this is our social view. As you can see, some people go from different countries or different states because oil is less there and more there, or it's like it's less in one place, so they go there, and like since it's less, they pay less for their oil. And yes, that's our illustration. Now, go to Alfredo Trujillo for our closing statement.
In the end, the world will never stop using oil. Like in my story, it shows the last of civilization having war over oil in the end. We'll find a different energy source. We need to start using more of a different energy.
source.
Energy source. Eventually, we're going to run out of oil. No matter how much less or more oil we use, we'll run out. But at the end, we'll find a new energy source. I'm done.
Thank you for watching this commercial or infomercial, and keep oil on your mind. We need it. We will find different energy sources later on in life.